Welcome to the Warframe weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the AkBolto Prime. Now, since this is a Prime weapon, the only way to get it is to assemble it from its Prime parts that you can get by either trading for them with other players or get them yourself by opening relics. Relics, however, are rotated in and out quite frequently, so if you want to know which relics you want to go for or if they're even available at this time, please visit the Wikipedia page that I've linked in the video description below this video. The AkBolto Prime are a pair of secondary bolt pistols that come in with very strong critical stats, a decent status stats, and they do primarily puncture damage with a sprinkling of impact and slash on the side. The bolts you fire do have travel time though, which means that not only can you pin enemies to walls, but you also have to lead your target, which makes headshots very difficult at medium to long ranges. Just like on the standard Bolto, the bolts are pretty fast though, so it's not a massive issue. It's just something to bear in mind just in case you don't like non-hit scan weapons. When it comes to the build on the AkBolto Prime, I feel the best way to utilize them is to simply go with a hybrid setup, go heavy on crit but also put in some status on top. This will provide you with the high upfront damage of crit but also the high end scalability of status, resulting in a very well-rounded setup. The damage from this setup should carry you up to about level 100-ish, at which point it starts to taper off, but it is luckily a gradual decline thanks to the status. So if you really want to, and especially if you're really good at hitting headshots, you can easily squeeze a few extra levels from it. If you're a fan of the AkBolto series of weapons, of which there are 3, this one is definitely the one to go for because it is objectively the strongest one. It doesn't have as much status as the Telos variant, and it actually does less base damage than the other two AkBoltos. The sheer amount of crit this weapon has, combined with the decent status and really good supporting stats, push it far ahead of the other two. It's not the most damaging weapon in the world. There are weapons that do more damage, but it's a fun weapon that feels really good, sounds really good, and it does more than enough damage to carry you through the vast majority of the game with the exception of some high-end steel path. The main issues here are the travel time, which makes the weapon harder to use at long ranges or even medium ranges depending on how good you are at leading the targets, as well as the damage distribution because it does do, as I've mentioned already, mostly puncture. This isn't necessarily an issue in the damage distribution itself because even for shielded units against which puncture is really bad, you have a lot of crit damage, so punching through their shields is going to be easy. It's more in the fact that you simply don't get any slash procs. And slash procs are incredibly strong in Warframe, especially when combined with something like viral and even heat. That's basically the one thing that's holding it back from being an absolute monster, though then again it is an AkBolto weapon, so it does come with the extremely powerful unique mechanic where you can recreate the intro to the Terminator theme song wherever you please. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!